In this video, I'm going to tell you another city in the UK which is looking like it's about to do the same kind of crazy real estate boom as London did 25 years ago, except that's happening today. 25 years ago, if you bought a house in London in the UK, the average house price was £100,000. Today, that very same house will be worth £800,000. That's a 30% return on investment every single year for 25 years straight. And that's if you just bought it cash. If you'd used a mortgage, if you'd leveraged your money and put down, say, just 25,000 instead of 100,000, the house would still be worth £800,000 today. You would have made absolutely astronomical returns. If instead 25 years ago, you put that money in the stock market and got on average a 10% return, if you just put it in index funds, the average return of the stock market over that period of time, just around 10%, as opposed to 30% if you bought the house cash in London, or a hell of a lot more than 30% every single year for 25 years straight from property, from real estate. Welcome back to Debt to Millionaire Daily. I'm John. If you're new to the channel, I'm an entrepreneur taking you on my journey from a negative net worth of almost minus $100,000 to becoming a millionaire. If you want to make explosive income, get out of debt and become a millionaire, like the video and subscribe to the channel so that you can see how I do it and how you can too. So, if you bought a house in London 25 years ago in cash for £100,000, which was the average price of a house back then today it would be worth, on average, £800,000, which is a £700,000 return or profit. So just think, if somehow you managed to buy 10 houses, maybe you took loans from investors, so maybe you paid them a high interest rate guaranteed, say 10%, and you borrow that £100,000 from 10 different investors, £100,000 each, you buy 10 different houses, then the capital appreciation profit that you would have made would have been £7 million over 25 years. So it's just from owning them. If you'd done the same thing, but you managed to get your hands on 100 houses, I mean, 100 sounds like a lot. I mean, how many people do you know who own 100 rental properties? Not many, but it is certainly possible if you know how to run the houses profitably. For example, as serviced accommodation properties, which is what my business does, you will be able to afford to service the interest payments to the investors on the loans for the money that you borrowed to buy them. If you managed to buy 100 properties in London 25 years ago, you would have made not 700,000, not 7 million, but £70 million in profit. £70 million in profit just from the house prices rising over 25 years. I mean, you're not getting all that at the end. It's not like you have to wait 25 years to get your 70 million. You don't even have to sell them off to get access to that capital. You just remortgage them. So you just borrow against the value of the houses. And then you can use that money that you get from mortgaging the houses to put into other investments. So that 70 million that you'll be making over 25 years will be worth a hell of a lot more because you can reinvest the money that you're pulling out over the years as the house prices were increasing. And the £70 million of capital appreciation isn't even all of the money that you would have made, because you would also have been running them as profitable either rental accommodation or serviced accommodation. So over that time, you would have been making profit each month just from running the properties. So you got the capital appreciation from owning the properties and the value of the property rising, but also monthly profits from renting them out. Where I think is going to go, like how London did 25 years ago, but is starting right about now, is in Manchester in the United Kingdom. There's just a hell of a lot of construction going on. There's apartments going up all over the place. You cannot look anywhere without seeing like cranes and construction work. Look, I'll just show you out my window. There's a building right there. They're putting a building up. They're just throwing buildings up everywhere. And the reason that they're throwing these buildings up is because they're expecting, they know that the population of Manchester is going to be increasing massively over the coming decade, over the next 10 years. The conservative estimate of the increase in population of Manchester in the United Kingdom is 100,000 people over the next 10 years. It could be less, but I think it's going to be more, to be honest. On top of all the construction that's going on in Manchester, so on top of all the new accommodation that's becoming available, the UK government over the past, I don't know, at least 5 years, maybe even getting on for 10 years now, has been building a high-speed train that it doesn't start in Manchester. I think it starts further north in England, but it definitely goes through Manchester and it connects to London. And once that's complete, who knows when that'll be? It could be in a few years, but it's going to happen. And when it does, people are going to be able to take the train from Manchester to the centre of London, where so many people work, in 1 hour, 7 minutes of a train journey. Currently, it's about 2.5 hours, which is a bit much to be commuting in the morning, but people who work in London When that train is completed, it's called HS2, High Speed 2. When that's completed, people are going to be able to live in Manchester and easily get to London, easily commute to London and back in just 1 hour each way. So on top of building out the Debt to Millionaire brand, all of my time is going to be spent buying houses in Manchester. I'm going to do whatever it takes, get loans from investors, doing joint venture deals, earning money from my own other businesses like Debt to Millionaire, and just pumping that all into as much property as I can buy, because that is what I truly believe is the key to getting huge, huge wealth. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.